everybody. My name's Annie. This will be a half an hour chair yoga class. Tula is here with us, as crazy as ever. There we go. Get her situated. So thank you very much for showing up here online. This is a new experience for me, new experience for probably many of you, and I'm just honored that you're here. And this may be the way that we continue, especially if you're traveling or if you are not feeling well, as that may happen, but you still want to get some movement and exercises in. So this will always be here, unless I move to a different platform, which I'm thinking of doing, but anyhow, these videos will still be online here at YouTube. So chair yoga, if you're here at the studio, I tend to use blocks and straps. If you have a strap at home, awesome. Maybe a long scarf or belt or something. It's not necessary, but for some of the leg movements we're going to do, it's a good prop to have. I do have a link to the through Crescent Moon Yoga page to Amazon to buy some of these props if you would like. That gives just a little bit back to the studio, which would be awesome. I'd appreciate that. So we'll just get going here. This is tricky for me because usually I'm very much aware of where everybody's alignment is, and I'll cue you out. So if you've been to one of my classes, you know what I'm looking for. You know where your feet should be. You know where your heart should be, the neck should be. So I will still continue to cue that, but again, I'm not able to see what's going on. So honor system. And let's go. Okay, so finding your comfortable seat. Your feet are about hip-width distance apart. Watch that your feet aren't out or really far apart. They're kind of closer in and toes are pointing forward. Knees are right over the ankles and the hips, or excuse me, the knees are out from the hips, which you can't see because of Tula. Ribs are lifting up a little bit off the waistline. You can draw the shoulders up, back, and down. And then there's that little bit of that neck coming back, right? Bring everything into alignment. You can rest your spine against the back of the chair if you like. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And just being aware of your breath. Being aware of the mind, maybe noticing if the mind has started to drift. Gently bringing it back to this moment and to this breath. With the inhale, with the exhale. Letting any sound you hear drift in one ear, out the other, not letting it disrupt your meditative breath, not letting the mind travel too far to the past or to the future. And then let's let the hands draw to the side, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. Let the arms extend out and up with a full breath, and then exhale, hands come to the heart. Good. Nice full breath in, deep breath out. Full breath in, and a deep breath out. Good, I'm gonna drop Tula down so we can get moving. So Tula girl, come on. There you go. Okay. So let's take the arms out and up again and come to a twist. Go over to the right side and then back through center. So with these twists, things to watch for is that it's a slow, gentle movement. It is a movement that your torso is still lifted, your gaze is still looking straight ahead, so you're not dropping your shoulders, not dropping your head, looking down to the floor, you're looking up and maybe turning and looking over the shoulder. So this action comes from the waistline. We're actually turning the spine more, so the more that you actually stay upright, the bigger that twist will be, and over time, the further you can go. Feet still stay in alignment. And then let's come back to center. Right hand drops for the floor. Let those fingers maybe even reach down, actively reaching for the floor. Left arm comes up and over. So not so much that your sits bone comes up out of the chair. Keep both sits bones rooted, but let that extension happen. So you're reaching and expanding through the ribs and up and over. Good. And then we're going to switch. Keep the sits bones rooted. Keep your gaze looking straight ahead or up or down, but just not dropping chin, not looking in towards your torso, towards your legs. You're looking straight ahead or up or just even out. You can be looking at whatever's in front of you, the screen and beyond. Good. Use your breath to help you float. Keeping the sits bones in the chair. Last one here. Good. And then we'll come back to center. Come forward in the chair. Scoot forward a little bit so you have some room. We're going to extend the arms forward and reach. Let the elbows go back towards each other. So watch that your shoulder blades or your shoulders aren't in the ears. They're really low, and the elbows stay low to go back towards each other. So if you're hitting the chair, you can come forward even a little bit more. Inhale, stretch and reach. If that's too much, let the arms drop. You can even have a little slight bend to it, and then elbows go back towards each other. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now with the elbows back, we're going to cross the arms over the chest. Let the right arm come on top. You're pulling the arms in the opposite direction so you get the forearms to stack. That may be enough. Or you pull more and then elbows stack. Elbows go wide, and then let's go into the opposite. Alternate the breathing. Keep those shoulders low so the shoulder blades work towards each other. You may hear some noise. If at any point you feel discomfort, if one side feels like you've got a deeper range of motion than the other, just please listen closely to your body, always stopping, not pushing through anything that's painful. Be aware of your breath. The body really wants the oxygen, your mind wants the oxygen, so please continue to breathe. Good, last one there, shake that off. So we're gonna do a little seated cat-cow. We did twisting and side to side for the spine. Now we're gonna move forward and back. I'll turn a little bit so you can kind of see a little bit more of how this looks. So hands to the knees. We're gonna round the spine, draw chin towards the chest, curl everything in, and then come back to the spine straight, shoulders relaxed, maybe pushing the heart forward, looking up. So see how my back's kind of, I know it's kind of hard to see with the color of the chair, You're coming forward and looking up towards the ceiling. Rounding, curling everything in really tight. Shoulders up towards the ears if you like, and then open it up. Good, and move with your breath a couple more times. One more, curl in, close everything up, open it up, and then let's come back to center. You can, I'm gonna turn back around, hopefully you didn't need to turn. Let's come back, rest your spine against the back of the chair, so scooting back a little bit, good. And then let's take the arms out. So, shoulder height, if that feels okay. If not, let the arms go a little bit lower. Shoulder height, if not, lower. But here, let the arms move into some slow, small circles. So with control, with the muscle energy, you're using that energy to make these circles as slow and as small as you can. That makes you have to work the muscles more. You can kind of let it all go here and there, but the more you're aware and engaged, the more the muscles work, which is what we're looking for. And make sure you're breathing. If you listen closely, you can hear Tula snore. Pause for a moment, shake that off a little bit. Let your right arm reach high and the left arm reaches back, and then we're gonna switch. Good. So right arm reaches high, left arm reaches back, and then when you switch, you're extending through the fingertips. Really allow that arm to go as high up as it can with that extension of the arm, and switching with your breath. We call these the scissor arms. Good, and then we're gonna let that one be the last one. Come back to center, shake it off a little bit. So now we're gonna bring the shoulder blades kind of in towards each other and rotate them out by moving the hands. So the thumbs kind of draw in, that brings the shoulder blades towards each other, and then when you rotate the thumbs out, the shoulder blades draw towards each other on the back body. Hopefully you can feel that. Round the thumbs in, round them out. So it's like you're turning the knob with the hands. You're just extending it back as far as you can, and then bring them forward as far as you can. Good, and then let's release that, shake it off a little bit. Bring the arms shoulder height. Bend the elbows, and now nice and slow, we're gonna start to bring those elbows in towards the waistline and then bring it back up. So there's this slow, thoughtful movement, like you're pulling through mud. Very slow engagement. See if you can feel the shoulder blades work. Maybe even engage the shoulder blades a little bit more. That's going to draw those arms up to a point and then back down to a point. So the more you are aware of the shoulder blades and how they're working, the slower this movement actually happens for you. Good. Last one, come up and down, let it go. Maybe shake the arms off a little bit. Let's open up the palms. And then take the right arm and reach forward, reach high for the ceiling. Bend your elbow so wherever your hand falls is just where it's meant to be. So maybe you're touching your head or your neck or top of the shoulder blades, wherever. Good. Now reach high and reach forward to come out of it. We're going to go to the left side. So there's this engagement of pulling the arm forward, pull it high, bend the elbow, touch wherever that feels okay. Reach up and out to come back to this resting pose. We're going to go back to the right side, reach up, back, and touch. Reach high to come out, Go to the left. One more time to each side. To the right, up, high, bend, touch, and come out. So ideally you're getting a tricep stretch. You can even hold it for a moment if you like, getting that stretch right here, and release that. Good, good. Shake it off a little bit. Let's take the right hand out in front. Left fingertips, draw those right fingertips back. So this pose is for the fingers, and we're going to create more blood and oxygen flowing through the hands. It gives you, if you have neuropathy or arthritis through the hands, this really helps. So the more your arm is straight, the more you're going to feel this stretch through the forearm and through the bottom of the wrist. If you've got a bend to it, that's fine, but try and keep it straight. And then let the fingers drop and draw it back. And then the left thumb massages the right hand. So getting into that space between the thumb and the pointer finger, the space between the middle finger and the pointer finger, and on down the line to your massaging the side of the pinky. Then flip the hand over for the open palm, each finger. Work around any rings, jewelry you may have on yourself, on the body, just to create some sort of circulation flow there. And then a couple of fist bumps when you're done with all 5 fingers. Good. Let's go to the second side. So left arm extends out straight if you can. Pull those fingertips back. Good. Drop the fingers, pull it back. And then let's massage the hand. So first the top of the hand, again getting in between the fingers along the top, the pinky side, and then flipping over to the open palm. Getting into each finger, really find all 26 joints of each hand. Don't forget about the thumb. Good, and then a couple of fist bumps on that side. And then we're gonna join the fingers, flip the hands. If you can, take the arms straight. If you need a bend, fine, awesome, good. Let the arms come high, again, let there be a bend, or if they're straight, let the shoulders drop from the ears, come forward, bring the palms together, keep the wrists together, and then let the arms extend back. Watch where your head is, don't pull the head forward, keep it in line with the spine. Arms come forward, rest for just a moment. Deep breath in, full breath out. Let's do that one a second time. Join the fingers, flip. Good. Arms come high. Nice. Drop the shoulders if they're up and towards the ears. Bring the hands back together in front of you. Keep the wrists together. And then let the arms extend back as far back as you can. Watch where the shoulder blades aren't creeping up towards the ears. And then forward, let it go. Nicely done. Let's move on to some legs. So again, if you have a strap, awesome. I'm gonna use a strap just so you can see what that looks like. Using fabric or scarf or a belt maybe even. And also, if you like, maybe purchasing one through Amazon and click through Crescent Moon. So, we're going to strap up the right foot. If you want to, your left hand can kind of hold onto the chair. That can help. Instead of collapsing, you keep the spine lifting, the head's in alignment, left foot's in alignment. Keep that foot rooting down, and then the right leg goes out and back. So your right hand is holding the strap. Notice how my left leg is really not moving around. Watch that it's not folding out. It stays right in place. Good. Out and back. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Try and control the rest of the body so it's just the right leg moving. And then we're going to come back to center and find these little lifts. So the idea here is that you're using more leg muscle. With the strap, you can kind of go wee, you know, you can really get the leg moving, but the more you're using the muscle, the less movement there actually is. It fires up your quad, it fires up your core, makes you have to breathe, so please be sure you're doing that. Got a little chair talking action here. Good, and then let's pause. One hand to each side of the strap. We're gonna lean back into the chair and then kind of push that heel away from us, taking that leg high as it feels comfortable. Just depends on what's really tight in your leg, a quad, the hamstring, maybe it's the shin, calf. I mean, it can target all parts of the leg. Again, it just depends on what really needs the stretch the most. And then let's let it go. Your hand comes a little closer towards the foot, holding the strap with the right hand so you can bend the knee and bend the elbow and then push it out. It's a little bit of a half of a happy baby action. You bend the knee and the elbow to the right and then push out straight ahead of you. Back and forward. And then let's use the strap, maybe use your hand to take that ankle on top of the left knee. So here you can just let the strap rest in your lap. A few alignment points here. If your knee's really high, don't worry about it, that's fine. If this feels uncomfortable, then don't do it. You can use a block. Here, I'll just show you. You can use a block to different heights. You can take your heel to the block. Same sort of idea, opening up that hip. But I'm gonna show you from here. So if you're on a block of sort of the same cues, we're gonna draw the right toes towards the right knee. So not pointing the foot away, take those toes towards the knee. And then, that's really it. Hopefully you're feeling some action in your right side, on the right hip. Try not to lean too much to the right or to the left. You've got weight on both sits bones. And then the hands, if you want more, your hands can come to the leg and you can start to bring the heart forward. So I'm not rounding and dropping down. Come forward. Be aware and let your gaze lead the way. One more big breath. And then slowly, slowly start to bring that back. Good. Let your right foot come to the floor. I'm just gonna move that block out of the way because we're gonna go to the left side. So strapping up the left foot. Good. Keep that right leg rooted down. We're gonna hold the strap with the left hand and let that left leg go out and back. So the right hand maybe holds the chair. Again, just to keep your spine lifted, your ribs lifting up off the waistline. Nice breath, big breath in, deep breath out. Inhale and exhale. Doesn't matter which way the breath is going, just as long as it is. And then let's come back to center. Little lifts. And again, try and use more leg muscle. I know that it's hard and the leg might not move a lot, but that's the action that we're looking for, is using that quad muscle, using the hip flexor to let that leg lift. I like sound effects, they help. And then let's come back to center. Take one hand to each side of the strap. Lean your spine against the back of the chair. Push through that heel so the toes aren't pointing. You're pushing through that heel. And let the leg lift up, 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 up as high as it'll go. Push down with that right foot, nice and strong. So that's not moving anywhere. Let it go. Left hand comes closer to the foot. And then bend that knee, bend the elbow. So you're taking it back and out. Back and out. Both knee and elbow bend, and then both become straight as you push it forward. Back and out. Good. So again, we're gonna take this up on top of the right knee. Use the block if you need to. Use your hand to help get that foot there. I didn't cue this on the other side, but make sure that your right foot is in alignment. Make sure your toes aren't pointing out or you're too far out. You're right in alignment. Left toes draw towards the left knee. Lift up, get really tall. This is it. If you want more, you can take your heart forward. Did I cue that? Left toes towards the left knee? I hope so. And then slowly, slowly start to lean back into the chair. Let's let that go. Put the strap aside for now. Shake it off a little bit. Let's take the right leg back out. Do a little pointing and flexing for the foot. Point towards you and then point away. Good. And then some ankle rolls. Roll the ankle one way, roll it the other. Good. And then pause. Turn the whole toe, the whole leg and knee, the whole thing's moving to the right and then to the left. So the left foot really roots down, working this inner thigh action, working the hip, open and close. Open out, close it back in. One more. Good. And then hold the leg and foot still to just try and wiggle the toes. That's really hard. So the foot stays still, the leg stays still, wiggle the right toes. Bring that foot to the floor, rock it into place, left leg comes up, point the toes towards you and away. So by doing this, and slowly, you may feel the shin stretch, you may feel the calf stretch. Not only are we working the ankles, but we're working that part of the leg also. Come into some circles. Get the ankle rolling. Go one direction, go the other. Good. And now hold it in place. Turn the whole foot and leg. Rotate it out, rotate it in. Rotate it out, rotate it in. So the knee's moving, you're working the inner thigh, you're working the outer thigh, hip flexor. You may notice one foot goes more than the other depending on injuries and surgeries and all of that jazz. Good, let's come back to center. Hold the leg and foot still. Try to move just the left toes, just the toes. Wiggle, spread, crack, and then bring that foot to the floor. Yay, nicely done. So I wanted to keep this at half an hour, and now I can't remember what time I started. So I'm gonna look closely. Good, okay. So let's do some tapping. Tapping is really good for the immune system, which we really need right now. We need to stay strong and healthy in our immune system. And this exercise I'm about to show you just creates blood and circulation and gets the toxins moving and releasing out. So not only by doing this tapping, you'll need to drink water to help flush it out, because it just becomes part of the bloodstream, and that's how we release it out of the body. And so tapping, you're going to take one arm out, the other hand comes into the palm and just starts to do a light tapping action. Tap along the arm, all the way up, underneath the arm, around the shoulder, come to the neck, come to the collarbone. Both hands can do the thyroid, then the other hand takes over. Come as high up underneath the arm as you can. This is where the lymph nodes live. A lot of them live right along the side of the body. So the more you tap here, the more this area is going to help to flush them out. So it may feel tender. Maybe it's high up, it feels tender, or lower down, it feels tender. That's not unusual. That just means this is doing its job. You're kind of moving things and get things flushed out. Come to the belly, the kidneys and lungs. Again, just light tapping. I'm kind of scooching down so I can get to this point where the torso and leg join, because there's more lymph nodes hidden right there. And then maybe lifting the leg up to get to the hamstring, maybe coming down to the shin and the calf and to the ankle. Tap wherever you can. And then when you're done tapping, taking both hands and wipe it off. Wipe it all off. Wipe the legs, wipe the torso, wipe the arms, wipe the head, wipe the face. The last thing that we're going to wipe off is the hands, because that's what's touched the rest of the body, and all of that energy is now into the hands, and we wipe it off. So coming to a comfortable seat again with your feet in alignment, ribs lifting up, shoulders up, back and down, sides of the neck come back. With a deep breath in and a long breath out. Start to come into a meditative breath again, but now you may be noticing some tingling happening in the body with the hands and other parts of the body after the tapping exercise. Just being aware of how that feels. Creating blood and oxygen flowing deeper in the body. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. You're here again in the meditative breath, not being disrupted by sounds, not being led away with thoughts. Be aware of the breath. With a deep breath in and a long breath out. Placing your left hand towards the belly, right hand towards the heart. Just continue to be here and breathe. Connecting mind and body and spirit. Pardon me. Let the hands drop to the side. We're going to extend out and up with a full breath in and bring the hands together to the heart. Thank you very much for sharing your practice with me and each other. The light and divine in me bows to the light and divine within each of you. Namaste. And before I go, I just wanted to talk about the hand washing mantra that I've put onto the homepage and in an email that went out. You can certainly print this off and place one by each sink that you have. It's a really sweet mantra that Ed Shapiro meditative master, when he was at Crescent Moon Yoga doing a workshop, he taught many of us this beautiful mantra. And if you repeat it twice, it's anywhere, I've done it, and it's anywhere between 19 to 21 seconds. So that perfect hand washing time frame that we're supposed to be doing from the CDC. And it goes like this. May I be well, may I be happy, may good things come to me. May others be well, may others be happy, may good things come to others. May I be well, may I be happy, may good things come to me. May others be well, may others be happy, may good things come to others. Simple as that. And again, the light and divine in me bows to the light and divine within each of you. See you soon. Thanks, everybody.